Wie jeder Arbeitnehmer, jede Arbeitnehmerin müssen diese Frauen von ihrem Job leben können, müssen am Ende des Arbeitslebens eine Rente haben, von der sie leben können, entsprechend sozialversichert sein, aber auch die Möglichkeit haben, ihre Interessen zu vertreten in einer Gewerkschaft am Arbeitsplatz, dafür zu kämpfen, dass sich ihre Arbeitsbedingungen verbessern.
Gerade auch die Arbeitszeiten sind wichtig für den Gesundheitsschutz der Kolleginnen und Kollegen. Wer nachts arbeitet und vor allen Dingen Frauen, die nachts arbeiten müssen, die zu unmöglichen Zeiten arbeiten müssen, haben auch später gesundheitliche Folgen. Bei Frauen führt das zum Beispiel auch dazu, dass sie schneller Brustkrebs kriegen können. Auch für den Gesundheitsschutz der Kolleginnen und Kollegen ist es wichtig, dass sie eben nicht zu unmöglichen Zeiten, zu Randzeiten arbeiten, sondern wirklich am Tag, wo auch alle anderen Kollegen im Produktionsablauf arbeiten.
Besonders, weil viele Arbeitgeber berichten, dass sie einfach kaum Menschen finden, um eben in der Gebäudereinigung zu arbeiten. Auch die Tagesreinigung wäre ein Aspekt, um diesen Job definitiv attraktiver zu machen. Die Tagesreinigung ist möglich, sie war früher möglich und sie ist auch heute wieder möglich. Es ist wirklich eine Frage der Organisation und auch, wir haben neue Technologien, die das vielfach unterstützen können. Es ist die Aufgabe der Politik, aber auch der Sozialpartner aufzuzeigen, wie das gelingen kann.
Over the last couple of weeks, UNI Global Union and UNI Europa have run the first ever global cleaning survey, asking thousands of workers about how their work schedules and their shift patterns impact on their social life, their health, and their well-being. Across all countries, across all continents, cleaners face the same problem. If they work at nights, they usually have bad eating habits as a consequence. They get too little sleep and have no family and social life. We knew that even before we did the survey. What's really astonishing is to see the high levels of harassment that especially women workers face within the cleaning sector, whether it's on the way to their job or away from their job, but as well as at the workplace when they're working in the late hours or in the early hours of the morning.
Many of our members have children to go to kindergartens and so on. And if both the man and the woman work at night times, they don't have anyone to take care of the children. So it's a family problem if you work night time.
Oggi è un giorno molto importante, lo è sempre quando si parla di questo settore, perché sono sempre più rare le occasioni, anche colpa nostra, nel quale riusciamo a focalizzare l'attenzione dell'opinione pubblica, degli stakeholder, delle istituzioni europee soprattutto e quindi della politica su questo settore. Questo è un settore che purtroppo in passato è stato sempre considerato di serie B, una commodity, come ho detto anche questa mattina. Dopo la pandemia, l'esperienza della pandemia del Covid ci ha insegnato che invece questo è un settore essenziale e vitale per la vita delle persone.
So when they're doing the evening or night shift, they didn't have any social life or they didn't have any activities after work. But when they change to the daytime cleaning, they can plan what kind of activities they can do.
E questo, il tema del lavoro diurno nelle pulizie può essere uno strumento importante, soprattutto per un tema, per l'inclusione sociale, per far conoscere i lavoratori. Spesso chi non ha consapevolezza del lavoro dell'altro poi non lo valorizza anche nella maniera giusta.
One of the ambitions is that being part of this movement to daytime cleaning is that it will shift the perception of some of those clients who might be a bit risk averse in that space. They sometimes think that perhaps it is going to cause disruption to the workspace, but it's just a matter of planning and communication. What we do find is that once again satisfaction levels go up. We find that environmental issues such as chemical usage and cleaning usage goes down. We find that the energy required by the end customer, obviously we're not turning on all their lights and their air conditioning in the evening to have evening work happening. We're actually utilising the same time space that their normal workers are there. So So overall, it's a much more positive outcome for those people who engage in this. And it's not just daytime, but it's also the whole package of how we standardise our cleaning product for our officers in particular.
They start working at the schools very early. The pupils don't care about the cleaning. If they see the cleaning been done, they do take more care of the areas. The respect for the cleaner grows if you see them as visible people.
Chiaramente questo è un tema del daytime cleaning, delle pulizie diurne, come si potrebbe dire più facilmente in italiano, che ha diverse prospettive e diversi punti di vista. Dal nostro punto di vista, delle imprese, delle associazioni datoriali, è un tema importante, è fondamentale che se ne parli perché emerga il settore dall'invisibilità. Noi siamo considerati un settore un po' invisibile, anche per questo forse siamo considerati serie B.
We have over 700,000 cleaners in Germany, and more than 70%, I think it's about 73%, something like that, are female, women, and also migrant women. And it is very important that we grant and make sure that they have a safe work environment. This is a very focused aspect for me in my position as the Federal Women's Secretary. So I'm looking at that very intensely to have a safe environment. But we also do need framework from the politics. We do need frameworks from the companies, from the employers' associations as well. Have good collective bargaining agreements, that cover a lot. But we do need also sanctioned laws, if they're not being followed. So one of them is the public procurement law, which really needs to be adopted and changed.
Als SPD-Mitglied und Europaabgeordnete war ich sehr erfreut, als ich gelesen habe, dass Bundesarbeitsminister Hubertus Heil angekündigt hat, dass er in seinem Ministerium nun auf Tagesreinigung umstellt und andere Ministerien dazu aufruft, den gleichen Weg zu gehen. Dieser Schritt mag für manche vielleicht als ein kleiner erscheinen, um die Beschäftigungsverhältnisse in der Gebäudereinigung zu verbessern. Doch er hat große Signalwirkung und schafft ein Momentum, das wir jetzt nützen sollten, um öffentliche und private Auftraggeber daran zu erinnern, dass sie eine entscheidende Rolle dabei spielen, gute Arbeitsbedingungen zu schaffen und auch Menschen wirklich eine gute berufliche Perspektive zu bieten.
One important message coming from today's conference is that the public sector and public institutions need to be a role model when it comes to daytime cleaning. Yesterday, we saw hundreds of Belgian and Dutch cleaners coming to the EU Parliament, having a meeting with Agnes Jongerius, MEP, raising the demand for daytime cleaning and demonstrating outside of the Parliament to make their voices heard. They are saying very clearly, daytime cleaning now, the EU institutions should be implementing daytime cleaning. This is not only the opinion of the unions, but is also in the joint statement with EFCI, as well as in the EESC own initiative report on public procurement in facility services.
C'è un tema per noi centrale e fondamentale, ne abbiamo parlato anche questa mattina e ne continuiamo a parlare, quello del codice degli appalti, del public procurement. Su questo tema c'è ancora molto da fare, perché purtroppo le strutture dell'ultima direttiva europea ancora producono gare, affidamenti presso la pubblica amministrazione al massimo ribasso, e se noi riusciamo a sconfiggere questa cattiva pratica, introducendo invece un'attenzione non più sul prezzo ma sul costo e sulla qualità del servizio, tutti ne beneficeranno, soprattutto i lavoratori.
Right now we are seeing a progress in Denmark that all the companies who are not having a collective agreement, they are being thrown out, and only those that are in an organization for employers, they will get the contracts on the public areas.
What we're seeing in the cleaning industry at the moment is a race to the bottom. Public authorities are choosing to go for the lowest price when they purchase cleaning services instead of preferring socially responsible public procurement. What we're also seeing is, as a consequence, that cleaning companies are cutting corners or are increasing the workloads of cleaners, and that's possible particularly during nighttime cleaning. So one element in terms of ensuring that public procurement doesn't drive the race to the bottom, but raises the boat, is to ensure that every public contract is only given to companies that follow a collective agreement, and that we have specifications around daytime cleaning in public procurement.